a group of young people are partying on a boat near Aquatica. As they enjoy themselves, their boat is suddenly attacked by a shark, one that actually belongs to Aquatica but escaped. Some of them fall into the water and are nearly eaten, but Carter Blake, a shark handler, manages to save them and capture the escaped shark, bringing it back to the lab. A beautiful woman named Margaret is the head scientist at an underwater research facility called Aquatica. The facility was once a refueling station for submarines before a pharmaceutical company took over and turned it into a shark research lab. Margaret is summoned by the company's director because her research is considered a failure and has cost investors a lot of money. Russell Franklin, the company's executive, has already spent hundreds of millions of dollars with no results. Margaret insists that she is close to finding a cure for Alzheimer's using shark brains and only asks for 2 more days. Carter asks Tom, the facility's technician, how the shark managed to escape. Tom explains that there was no sign of damage to the cage, so the only explanation is that the shark jumped over the fence. Hearing this, Carter becomes suspicious and tells Tom to make the fence higher. Franklin meets other scientists. Janice explains that they added special hormones to the female shark to enlarge its brain, so the protein in its brain could be extracted and used to develop a cure for Alzheimer's. Meanwhile, Carter confronts Margaret about the strange behavior of the sharks. He tells her that the sharks destroyed a boat and even turned cannibalistic. Margaret admits she had to alter their genes for research purposes and begs Carter not to tell Franklin. The next day, the team begins the procedure to extract brain fluid from one of the sharks. The communications officer, Jenny, warns them that a massive storm is approaching Aquatica, which will make visibility very poor. Jim assigns Carter to bring one of the sharks to the operating room. As Carter approaches, 2 sharks in the tank suddenly become aggressive and attack. Moments later, the CCTV cameras in the tank room are destroyed by the furious sharks. Carter manages to sedate one shark and brings it to the operating room. Once the shark is fully asleep, Susan successfully extracts the brain fluid and performs a test. When the fluid is applied to a sample of Alzheimer's brain tissue, the damaged cells begin to heal. The scientists cheer, their experiment has finally worked. Overjoyed, Tom approaches the shark, unaware that it has regained consciousness. Suddenly, the shark bites off his arm. Panic spreads. Carter tries to shoot the shark, but Margaret insists on releasing it back into the water, saying the research isn't over yet.
Are you insane? Tower, paramedics need back now.
Jenny calls for a helicopter to evacuate the injured Tom, but the raging storm makes the rescue difficult. As Tom is lifted by a stretcher, the cable snaps and he falls into the shark tank. Moments later, a shark pulls the helicopter down, crashing it into the tower in a fiery explosion that kills everyone on board, including Jenny. Franklin then sees a shark grab Jim and slam his body into the glass window until it breaks. The facility begins to flood, forcing Carter and the others to find another way to the surface since the elevator is no longer working. Franklin demands to know what Margaret has done to the sharks. Finally, she admits that she modified their genetic cells to increase their brain size, so they could produce more brain fluid. But as a result, the sharks became smarter, stronger, and deadlier. Meanwhile, Aquatica's cook, Preacher, is also trying to survive. When a shark attacks him in the kitchen, he hides inside an oven. The shark accidentally turns it on, but Preacher escapes through the top. He then throws a lighter into the gas-filled oven, blowing up the kitchen and killing one of the sharks. Franklin and the others try to swim through a flooded tunnel, but Tom insists on opening the emergency ladder door. They don't know if the room behind it is filled with water. As they argue, a shark suddenly appears and devours Franklin.
I don't work with you anymore, okay? I'm gonna see you all this.
The remaining survivors open the door. Luckily, the room isn't flooded. As they climb the ladder, a shark smashes through the lower steel door, sending water rushing upward. The ladder collapses, and Marlin falls, becoming the shark's next victim. Now only Carter, Susan, and Tom remain until Preacher arrives and rescues them. Tom goes to activate the water pumps, but a hidden hole in the wall lets a shark in, killing him instantly. Margaret runs to her office to retrieve her research data but is chased by another shark. She climbs onto a desk and uses an electric cable to electrocute and kill the shark. Only one shark is left. When Carter and Preacher reach the surface, they try to lure it closer. The shark bites Preacher's leg, but he bravely stabs its eye with his cross necklace, managing to escape. The outer fence of Aquatica is destroyed, meaning the last shark could escape into the open sea and kill countless people. Margaret decides to sacrifice herself. She cuts her hand, jumps into the water, and lets the shark approach her. Carter tries to save her, but he's too late. She's eaten alive. Carter and Preacher then shoot the shark with a harpoon loaded with dynamite, blowing it to pieces.
This is for Scarlets.
In the end, all the experimental sharks are dead, destroyed to protect humanity from the danger their intelligence created.